Hi everyone, good evening. I just want to talk about it's about one ambassador, Abdullahi Munirat Favor, a student of ATBU Bauchi, right? And then she was announced to be the first female president of the school, that's SUG president of the school, right? And then that was August 15, and it was really beautiful. I was impressed, and all of those things. Everybody were rejoicing, like, oh, this is the first and this is the first time. And though I didn't know the story surrounding it, but I was very happy. Then later on, I started hearing some controversy about the whole being president and all of those things. And the controversy was that the students started coming out to complain that she didn't get to that position through democracy, right? And then that the reason is that the person that was the president, she was the vice president, then the person that was the president was impeached, they said, for mismanagement of financial mismanagement or something like that. And then she rose to become the president, which is normal. Should be even in our presidential, that's Nigeria, like in a higher level. That is how it is done. It is just done like that. It's not like as if it is a big deal. Look at the time of Yaradua. When Yaradua died, before the completion of his tenure, Kilo Jonathan rose up to the mandate and he continued from there because he was the vice president, which is meant to be normal. So I do not have issue with it, and I don't think any of us should have issue with it. But now, this is where I now think that something is wrong because the people who are coming out to claim and all those things are mostly men. They are men. If you look at their name, look at their picture, you can tell the kind of people the kind of people they are, the kind of mindset they have, and where they're coming from. It even got so bad that the news carried it that it was said that she was even assaulted. She escaped assault in the school a few days ago. Now, here's the thing. I actually feel like we need to change our mindset. We need to come out of whatever it is that we have believed and all of those things, because there's this thing that is very common, and I'm sorry to say that this is not to shade any tribe, this is not to shade any geographical location at all, and I'm very sorry if you take it that way. But here is the thing: it is very common, mostly in the north. There's this anger, there's this grievance whenever it is a woman that is in a leadership position. I once said something about this some time ago, and then some men were trying to, in my comment section, were saying, because I said something about how that when I'm in class, sometimes when I want to ask her questions or I'm participating in class and all of those things, the guys in my class will be feeling intimidated or feeling like I'm trying to show myself and to be trying to shut me down and all of those things. There's this thing I've really noticed. It is very common in the north. There's this thing about, I don't know who made the northerners believe that a woman can never be in a leadership position. Yes, it's okay if at home, in the family setting, the man is the head and the leadership is fine. But I mean, I'm talking about politically, otherwise, in every other sector of life, they just have this mindset that a woman can never rule them. So when a woman is in leadership position or poses to be a leader in any form or in any way, they begin to react. They begin to, because if it was a man, let me tell you the truth, you may not agree with me, and some of you may agree with me, but if it was a man that was once the vice president, and because the president was impeached, rose to the position of the president, this wouldn't have been a problem. This wouldn't have, see, there will not be anything that will be spoken about this thing online to the point that the guy was almost assaulted. It will never happen. But because she's a woman, some people started mocking, some people started saying it's a thing of mockery instead of a thing of revolution. Some people started saying all manner of things, and the people saying this were men. So please, I don't know, whatever it is, this is